Welcome back to the heart of the story. Welcome to News Around. In the hyper-accelerated world of modern celebrity, where every emotion is often monéized, christened with a hashtag, and broadcast in high definition, silence has become the rarest commodity. We are accustomed to loud declarations, red carpet officialities, and meticulously crafted publicist statements. Yet, sometimes, the most deafening truths are spoken in whispers. Today, we are turning our analytical lens toward one of the most magnetically compelling duos in the Turkish entertainment industry, Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin. We are moving past the noise of the tabloids to dissect a singular moment, a series of photographs shared from the sanctuary of their private lives that have communicated more about the state of their union than any interview ever could. This is not just about a couple posting pictures. It is a masterclass in the art of understated confirmation. Before we unlock the doors to this domestic narrative, ensure you are officially part of our community. Smash that subscribe button, ring the bell to stay ahead of the news cycle, and if you appreciate this depth of reporting, consider clicking the join button to become an exclusive member of the News Around family. In the grand theater of show business, there exists an unwritten rule: if it isn't posted, it didn't happen. But the corollary to that rule is often ignored. Sometimes, how it is posted matters far more than what is posted. Recently, the digital sphere was brought to a standstill not by a scandal or a grand announcement, but by an overwhelming wave of tranquility emanating from the social media accounts of Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin. The images in question were profoundly simple, yet their impact was seismic. They were snapshots from a home. A space that felt less like a set and more like a sanctuary. These posts were immediately interpreted by the global audience and industry insiders alike as the clearest, most articulate message the couple could possibly send without ever uttering the words, "We are happy, and we are together." In an era defined by oversharing, their choice to utilize the quiet confidence of domestic imagery acted as a definitive counter-narrative to months of speculation. It was a visual manifesto that declared peace. The thousands of likes that flooded in within minutes were not just appreciations of aesthetic beauty, they were a collective sigh of relief from a fanbase that understood the coded language being employed. The famous couple had once again seized the center of attention, not by stepping onto a stage, but by retreating into their living room. To understand the power of these images, one must look past the surface and analyze the atmosphere they captured. The first element that arrested the viewer's attention was the overwhelming warmth that permeated the frames. This was not the cold, architectural perfection of a magazine spread, it was a lived-in space, decorated with style but defined by comfort. It was a peaceful kingdom far removed from the flashing bulbs of the paparazzi. Within this tableau, the subjects themselves underwent a fascinating transformation. Hande Erçel, often seen as the epitome of high glamour stardom, presented a version of herself that felt startlingly intimate. Her poses were unfiltered, lacking the calculated rigidity of a professional photoshoot. She radiated a natural beauty that seemed to stem from an internal sense of calm rather than external adornment. Beside her, Kerem Bürsin had shed the armor of the charismatic leading man. His relaxed demeanor, his comfortable attire, and the easy slope of his shoulders communicated a profound sense of safety. These images opened a metaphorical door for their followers, offering a rare glimpse into a home life that felt authentic. Yet, the composition of this happiness was not just about the two humans inhabiting the space. The true emotional anchor of these photographs was their adorable dog, a constant, grounding presence in the frame. Whether curled up in a patch of sunlight in the corner of the sofa, resting its head on Hande's lap, or sleeping contentedly at Kerem's feet, the little friend was the indispensable third element. The dog was the living punctuation mark at the end of a sentence about domestic bliss, completing the picture of a shared existence. Let's pause for a moment of reflection here at News Around. In an age of constant noise, do you find these quiet, domestic moments more convincing of true love than grand, public gestures? We are incredibly curious to hear your perspective on this shift in celebrity culture. Sound off in the comments section below, and remember, your engagement is the fuel that keeps our investigative engines running. If you're enjoying this deep dive, leave a like. In the aftermath of these posts, a specific phrase began to circulate with increasing frequency in the hushed corridors of gossip columns: this isn't a coincidence. The timing and the synchronized nature of the shares suggested intent. For a couple who had long navigated the public eye by maintaining a disciplined ambiguity about the specifics of their relationship status, these photos were interpreted by astute fans not as random uploads, but as a deliberate, strategic message. It was a communication strategy built on negation. There were no red carpet poses meant to prove their relevance. There were no exaggerated, saccharine declarations of eternal love meant to silence critics. There was just a sign of life from their home, presented in their most natural state. The message was powerful precisely because it refused to perform. In Hande Erçel's posts, in particular, observers noted a striking shift in her aura. The peaceful expression that dominated her features was a departure from the intense, camera-ready gaze we are accustomed to. We were not looking at a star, we were looking at a woman deeply enjoying the simple pleasure of a quiet evening behind closed doors. Conversely, Kerem Bürsin's presence spoke volumes through its lack of pretense. His comfortable t-shirt and easy smile seemed to communicate a singular, powerful thought: my love is here right now, and that is enough. The moments captured where their eyes met across the frame were so crystalline in their emotional clarity that adding words would have only diluted their impact. The reaction across social media platforms was akin to a digital tidal wave. The comments section became a repository of collective joy and validation. Some followers poetically noted, "This is what true happiness looks like, it's quiet," while others observed, "A love that is real doesn't need publicity to survive." However, it was the inclusion of their canine companion that generated the most significant traction and deepened the interpretation of the images. The photos shared with their dog reinforced a crucial psychological concept: the sense of family. According to seasoned gossip columnists and relationship experts who analyze celebrity behavior, this detail was perceived as a potent indication that the relationship had transcended mere romance and had entered a deeper phase of partnership. Hande and Kerem have always existed in a realm of high public visibility shrouded in necessary mystery. The persistent, nagging rumors of separation, emotional distance, or a cooling of affections that plague all high-profile couples were effectively evaporated by these latest posts. The authenticity of the images was their shield. They weren't staged or forced, but appeared as natural reflections of a shared reality. The entire industry is now asking the same fundamental question. Are these posts signifying a new beginning, or are they a silent declaration of a happiness that has existed all along, hidden in plain sight? Regardless of the answer, the duo demonstrated that they could command the spotlight without ever raising their voices. Following the release of these photos, the whispers from behind the scenes shifted from speculation about a breakup to intrigue about the depth of their commitment. According to information filtering out from the couple's guarded inner circle, this domestic tranquility is not an accident, but a choice. It is reported that Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin have been consciously, and aggressively, carving out time to spend at home, despite the demands of their punishing work schedules. Sources suggest they are utilizing the spare moments between film sets, high-stakes meetings, and large-scale events to retreat to this sanctuary, using this shared downtime to strengthen the foundations of their relationship away from the prying eyes of the world. This focus on the domestic sphere has inevitably fueled the next great rumor in gossip circles: the possibility that they are now living under the same roof. In the age of digital forensics, followers who pay obsessive attention to the background details of their idols' lives did not miss the subtle clues embedded in the posts. The detective work was thorough: an identical sofa appearing in both their feeds, the specific shade of a wall color, similar ambient lighting details. All these architectural elements converged to suggest that the couple's posts were captured not only on the same timeline but in the same physical space. While neither Hande nor Kerem offered an explicit comment on their living arrangements, in this industry, a shared background in a photograph is often worth 1,000 official statements. The narrative of their relationship was further enriched by the undeniable bond they share with their dog. Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin are both known advocates for animal rights, but seeing them welcome this little friend into their inner sanctum garnered immense admiration. The social media commentary frequently highlighted the profundity of this shared responsibility, with phrases like, "Caring for a living being together is one of the most difficult and revealing tests a relationship can face." This reality reinforced the public perception that the couple shares not just romantic chemistry, but a practical partnership based on mutual care and shared duty. Furthermore, the subtle shift in Hande Erçel's recent social media presence has drawn considerable attention. Her gradual transition toward a quieter, less glamorous, and more present-focused digital profile has been widely attributed by her fanbase to the grounding influence of her relationship with Kerem, suggesting a mutual evolution toward a more authentic way of living in the public eye. Ultimately, these images served as a Rorschach test for the public, reflecting our collective desire to believe in lasting connection amidst the ephemeral nature of fame. By inviting us into their home, even for just a frozen moment in time, Hande and Kerem reminded us that the most powerful stories are often the ones told in silence. What is your verdict on this domestic revelation? Do you believe this is the ultimate confirmation of their solid future together? Share your theories and analysis in the comments below. Thank you for watching this deep dive on News Around. If you valued this detailed reporting, please smash that like button, share this video with fellow fans, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, keep your eyes open, because the truth is always around the corner. Goodbye.